Okay, so let's do it. This is this day in baseball history for January 31st. Yes, baseball history in January. Let's talk about it right now. January 31st, 1919, in Cairo, Georgia, Mally McGriff and Jerry Robinson give birth to Jack Roosevelt Robinson, the youngest of 5 children of the sharecroppers family.
No way.
Yep.
On April 15th, 1947, the 4-sport athlete at UCLA will break the baseball color line, starting at first base for the Brooklyn Dodgers 5-3 victory over the Boston Braves at Ebbets Field. I had forgotten how prolific an athlete he was. Actually, he was probably maybe arguably the worst at baseball than the other sports.
Really?
Yeah, he could have gone into any other sport and thrived. I mean, he was definitely like one of those just next generation athletes.
But baseball was the biggest sport in America
At the time.
sure.
Absolutely right.
Then, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you probably could make more money doing baseball than I'm guessing football at the time.
Yeah.
And I don't believe any other major sports, had broken the color barriers again. I don't know for sure on that. I have to hashtag do the research.
Well, I think so. When would he have been in college then? So right.
Well, he broke it. Well, you remember he played a couple years in the minors with Montreal. I believe it. Or I'm sorry, I think he originally played in the Negro League, then Montreal, then they brought him up, and I think they intentionally put him in Montreal because he'd be in Canada, not in the U.S. to hopefully avoid some backlash. I think that was the highest level for the Dodgers in the minor leagues. So he probably would have been in college. I want to say the late 30s, maybe 40, because we talked about before when he retired, remember he became a spokesman for Chock full of Nuts. He was already going great. He was already in his mid 30s.
Right.
And that was like the late 1950s. So.
Yeah. So I'm trying to think of like Jim Brown. When did Jim Brown play? Jim Thorpe had already, and then, there's other ethnicities that were there, but so Jackie Robinson, I think in the other sports as well. Go ahead. Yeah.
And he actually would have made his debut. He played the Kansas City Monarchs first in 1945. So he'd already been 26 then, you know what I mean? If he's 1919. So he debuted as like a 28-year-old rookie, in 1947. Wow. So again, it's like I don't know when he actually would have graduated from college, but then here's the other thing too. What happened in the 1940s, Michael Mondragon? That affected baseball.
Well, the war.
Yes, so he served in the U.S. Army from 42 to 44. So that definitely would have delayed his time getting into the Major League Baseball as well.
Oh, there you go.
Or just playing professional sports in general,
Yeah, that's always kind of glazed over for some reason whenever they talk about Jackie Robinson, his military duty.
Yes.
So in 1946, 1 year before Jackie Robinson smashed professional baseball's color barrier, 4 players smashed the NFL's color barrier.
Oh, okay.
Marion Motley, Woody Strode, Kenny Washington, and Bill Willis.
And at least 1 or 2 of those guys are Hall of Famers. I think actually Woody Strode actually ended up having a wrestling career too.
Is that right?
The name rings a bell. I want to say I think he was involved in wrestling later in his life. Marion Motley's a Hall of Famer for sure. I think I want to say either the Green Bay Packers or the Chiefs. I'm just thinking off the top of my head. I remember the name for sure. But come on, Jack. Look at how jacked. Look how jacked he is in the basketball.
The pipes on that dude.
God. There's no gas back then, brother.
Dude, curls for the girls, brother. Yeah.
And it's hilarious because it's like his track shorts in that first photo. You think that's not short enough? Look at what's going on in that basketball jersey.
It's a Speedo, bro.
It's almost like a one piece.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like a one piece swim singlet. Yeah.
Definitely. So this is a very interesting one. And it stick with me for just a second because we'll walk through it. January 31st, 1950, after purchasing his contract from movie producer Frederick Stefani, the Pirates sign Narbonne High School, that's in Harbor City, California, left-hander Paul Pettit to a record $100,000 deal. Okay, so the Pirates purchased this guy's contract off a movie producer. Okay, they don't explain it, but I'll explain it in a minute. So in 1951 and 53, the Wizard of Whiff, who once struck out 27 batters in a 12-inning high school baseball game, makes only 12 mound appearances for the Pirates, posting a 1-2 record and a 7.34 ERA. Okay. So, Cowboy Jack, Angelo, does anybody want to guess who the guy is on the left? And we talked about him.
Yes.
I want to say
Bing Crosby.
Yes.
Bing Crosby. Nicely done.
Great job, Jack.
Nicely done.
Remembered something.
Thank you.
So this picture, it's Paul Pettit, who's obviously on the right, singing with actor Bing Crosby at the Pirate Spring Training in San Bernardino in February 13th, 1950.
Wow.
Yes, exactly. That was something right there that I had to look. Do we
know if that's Fiscalini Field? I don't think I went around that.
Oh my gosh, it might be. You're absolutely right. Oh, that'd be amazing.
Fiscalini Field still exists, and that used to be the minor league stadium for San Bernardino. It's probably best known because Ken Griffey Jr. in the minor leagues played a whole season there.
Right.
Oh, okay.
But it's still there because I think Cal State, San Bernardino still actually does play there. I got a hashtag to the research. So you know what? They did have the Pirates.
There you go.
That
oh my gosh.
Fiscalini Field.
Nice.
It would have opened up in 1934. So there you go. That's
wow.
Crazy.
Okay. So to define this, why this even happened? Okay. So Pettit was thrust onto the national stage as the most sought after amateur pitcher in America at age 18. Former Brooklyn Dodgers general manager Branch Rickey compared Pettit to future Hall of Famer Bob Feller, who was pitching for the Cleveland Indians at the time. Pettit was courted by a Hollywood movie producer who offered him $60,000 for the rights to his life story in 1949.
Wow.
And he signed baseball's first $100,000 bonus with the Pittsburgh Pirates that year. He rubbed elbows with Bing Crosby, Jane Mansfield, and retained Rickey as an informal advisor. And then he eventually went to the Pirates and got injured. And but he reinvented himself as a first baseman and outfielder and played parts of 5 seasons from 54 through 57 with the Hollywood Stars of the Pacific Coast League. And he played the final 4 seasons with AAA Columbus and AAA Salt Lake City and Seattle of the PCL. So he was like a PCL journeyman after that.
PCL was actually pretty big still, like in the 1950s, because there was no major league teams at the end of the 50s. Michael, there's only one thing I wish I would know about this story. I hope he rubbed more than elbows with Jane Mansfield.
Oh,
wow! Wow!
well, looking how handsome and that he is, I'm sure that he did okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is a very interesting story. It doesn't seem like one, but a very interesting story.
Dude, I think that's interesting, man. I think it's super interesting. Like, it's so crazy to me how huge baseball was, and like the actors, just the connection that it has. And then now it's not that big. Like at one time it ruled America. It's wild to me that just the way it's unfolded.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, my only question is so we talked about this before, but Bing Crosby had ownership in the Pirates at this time, right? Is that why? That's why they're together.
Oh, I never put. You're absolutely right on that. I never put that together.
We talked about the controversy where he came up a few weeks ago. Was he somehow had purchased an interest in the Indians, and somehow it got approved where he had ownership in 2 different teams at the same time, which is infallible nowadays. You know what I mean? You can't do that. So
right.
I'm sorry. Wait. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Hang on. Was I'm sorry, maybe it was the Tigers? I don't remember what it was.
No, he got the Tigers, but he had interest in the Pirates.
So he actually had ownership in the Pirates from 1946 till he passed away in 1977.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but they waived it so he could be a part of the Tigers at that time.
Right.
Holy cow.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And if you thought that one was good, wait till you see this one.
Oh, is it time?
It is time. It is
I
time.
better get ready. Stretch.
January 31st, 1961, Houston voters approved financing for a dome stadium, removing the last hurdle to gaining a major league franchise. The Astrodome, dubbed the world's eighth wonder of the world, results from today's approval, serving as the Astros' home from 1965 to 1999. Okay, so let's talk about some of the things in that period. So some of the things that happened in the Astrodome, the very first, and I'll say not official home run, but the very first home run in the Astrodome was by Mickey Mantle. It was in an exhibition game in April of 1965. Mm-hmm. Also, Lindsey Nelson, an announcer for the visiting New York Mets, broadcast a game in April of 1965, perched in a gondola suspended from the roof above second base.
What?
Okay.
Is there a photo of this? Oh my god!
I couldn't find one, but there is. Well, we might have to talk about it more. Okay, so I'm going to put over the Astrodome right now.
Yes.
The game of the century between the University of Houston and UCLA Bruins took place in the Astrodome January of 1968 before a crowd of 52,963, the largest attendance ever at a basketball game until 2003. I believe Lou Alcindor was on the UCLA team at that time. Was that during their long streak?
Oh my gosh, yeah. They pretty much, them and like Louisville were dominating, but UCLA won something like 10 championships in like a decade or something insane like that.
Okay,
but yeah, I believe Mr. Lou Alcindor was on that team.
That's it. Later to be Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. The Battle of the Sexes tennis match occurred on September 20th, 1973. We talked about that. Yeah. Three-time world heavyweight boxing champion Muhammad Ali fought Cleveland Williams in the Astrodome in November of 66. Elvis Presley gave 6 performances in February and March of 1970, setting attendance records with $200,000 over 6 shows. He also performed in 74. The Astrodome was also the setting for the filming of an exhibition game for the fictional Houston Toros in the 1977 movie, The Bad News Bears Breaking Training. So obviously there's a lot of history for the 8th wonder of the world that it was done.
Hey, we're not done yet. Michael Mondragon, what was your first Major League Baseball game?
My very first Major League Baseball game was 1993. It was the San Diego Padres versus the Houston Astros. It was a day game, and it was on a Sunday. And
where was this at, though?
What's that?
You didn't say the important part. Where was it at?
It was at the Astrodome.
There you go.
And when that was done, we walked the parking lot over to the Astro Arena, where we watched Fall Brawl 93, the War Games. And actually, it was my second War Games. I saw the very first. I saw the War Games in Phoenix in 91.
Yes. And hey, let me add one more thing. Since you mentioned professional wrestling,
yes,
we do need to mention that one of the greatest wrestling cards of all time, WrestleMania 17 in 2001, happened at the Astrodome.
That's right. And we also have a connection to someone who actually wrestled in the Astrodome.
We do?
Yes, we do.
Oh, great.
So in our early days, he didn't wrestle there very long. He trained with us, but he didn't really wrestle with us. But it was just when we were starting. Blitzkrieg, when he was in WCW, actually wrestled at the Astrodome.
Oh my gosh!
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, I have pictures of it. They're actually like handheld, like camera,
like a Nitro or just a house. They do it.
I want to see it. It was. I think he wrestled Ray during like the Filthy Animals era when they were the Conan.
I'm just trying to just picture this. Like, wait, what?
Yeah, that's wild, bro.
Yeah. So I have pictures of that. Anyway, can anybody name the 7 wonders of the world?
Gosh. All right. Let me see. I'm sure I've been to at least 6 of them. How How about the Hanging Gardens? I'm gonna throw an obscure one at you. Isn't that one?
Okay,
of the
so
seven?
this is where it gets complicated. So
Yes.
there's actually 7 wonders of the ancient world, and there's 7 wonders of new 7 wonders of the world. So there's actually 14 of them.
Oh, Lord.
Come on now.
Okay,
I gave you one though.
You did give me one, and that's the one that I remember too.
Yes.
So here they are. Angelo, do you have any recollection of any of this from school or anything?
Oh my gosh.
Great Pyramid of Giza, yes.
Okay.
That's the
Hanging
only
Garden
one.
is the only one I know.
I'm pretty sure I'm familiar with the new 7 wonders of the world. Or
Okay.
majority of them, but these
Okay.
the only one is the Great Pyramid.
Okay, so name the new 7 wonders of the world.
Great Wall of China.
Okay.
The Taj Mahal.
Yes.
There you go.
The Roman Colosseum.
Yes.
Machu Picchu.
Yes.
Wow.
And that's,
Fun.
I think, all I know.
Okay. Anybody else want to fill in the 3?
Is the Parthenon one of them?
No.
Oh,
That's a good guess. I would.
That's a really good guess.
All right.
So we got 4. We need to get to 8. I think I know what 8 is.
7, sir. 7. Because we already established that, the Astrodome is dubbed the 8th one. That's already a foregone conclusion.
And Joni Laura is the 9th wonder of the world.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So, okay. So we got 9. We got 6 out of 9. So we got 3 to go, dude.
All right. Think about this.
I might even just put the pictures up because
Let's put the pictures.
you might not even be able to get them from this.
Well,
Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade for sure. Yes. And then giant happy hugging Jesus, bro, in Brazil. Yeah.
What is that called?
Giant happy hugging Jesus.
is that the pyramid in outside Mexico City in the upper left?
It's Chichen Itza.
Is that it? That's in
Mexico.
City?
Yes.
I think I can actually say that I've been to one of the
nice. Okay.
And I've been to I've been one of the 7 wonders of the world. I've been to the 8th wonder of the world, Astrodome, just like you, sir.
Yes, exactly. Yes. So the other ones are it's up in the upper right. It's Petra. That's in Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
And then the one in Brazil is Christ the Redeemer.
Oh.
And yeah, so
close.
I wasn't really
what's
familiar
the one
with
next
this.
to the Coliseum then? Is that
That's
bottom right is Colosseum.
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Machu Picchu is the bottom middle.
right.
Right. Okay, gotcha.
Okay.
Sorry.
But I'm surprised that no one has said anything about the Sugar Hill Gang and the 8th wonder.
Wow, dude. Wow.
Yes.
So this is a song that they
Turn off
released.
the lights, dude. We can't beat it. We're done.
Shut it down, boys. Shut it down.
Wrap it up.
Cowboy Jack, we haven't started yet.
Yeah,
No way,
I thought this was
All right.
later. This is
I
where I
gotta buckle my
hashtagged the research.
seatbelt
And
here, dude.
this is why I couldn't sleep last night. I was like, I just was looking up.
Yes.
I found this. I'm like, and this is a great beat. Hashtag do the research.
Yeah.
Look it up. There's a great. The music video looks awesome because it's just like that cover. Them all.
You'll know this. You'll
Is
know
it
the
any
song
harm?
if you look it up. If you,
And there's a great Soul Train performance too around there on the internet.
It's fantastic. But I'm surprised that I didn't hear any flack about the comparison of the Astrodome to this 8th wonder of the world, Andre the Giant.
This one.
So yes. So let's compare the Astrodome and all of its glory to this 8th wonder of the world, and let's have a vote at the end to see who will hold the title of real 8th wonder of the world. And as Angelo said, the 9th wonder is China.
Yes.
I was trying to
Ball, as it were. Rest in peace. Okay, so let me talk about the accolades of this this man. So we talked about Muhammad Ali, who boxed at the 8th wonder of the world, and now he's with Andre here. So he's actually been literally inside one and next to another 8th wonder of the world. Very good.
Look how big. I mean, you talk about everyone talking about big. Yeah, it's that fist. It looks like as big as it's half his face.
It's crazy.
Bro, it's like a catcher's mitt with baked potatoes for fingers. It's huge.
Okay, so I forgot that he was in $6 Million Man. Okay,
he was the Sasquatch.
That's right. And the picture that on the right, he's with Wilt Chamberlain, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and obviously Andre the Giant. Now, are you ready for this?
Ready. Dude.
Are you ready for this? April 21st, 1971, officials from the Astrodome schedule a major announcement. Muhammad Ali will fight here against Wilt Chamberlain.
Oh my gosh.
No.
What?
It was actually going to happen. I guess in 1967, they had some sort of like thing. It was on ABC and Howard Cosell was on there. And so this has actually been brewing for a while. And
it's such a work.
It was 100% work, but, and it was never going to happen.
Right.
But Wilt, the thing that he wanted was he wanted $500,000 in taxes. After taxes, he wanted $500,000 after taxes, not before. And so I guess Bob Arum, who was the promoter at the time, said, don't taunt Wilt, or to Ali, don't taunt Wilt before this all goes down. And then Ali went out, of course, did his shtick. And then Wilt Chamberlain signed with the Lakers right after that. And I'm sure it was just like, it was such a work.
Publicity stunt.
But it almost happened. It almost happened.
Crazy too, because it I think you know what might have heard it too, though, actually, Michael, is Ali lost the title to Joe Frazier right around that time. Because he had this thing where he took the title from him because he protested being in Vietnam. And then I don't remember his first fight back. When his first fight's back is going to be the fight of the century at Madison Square Garden, him and Joe Frazier. And he lost the decision to Frazier. Right. And I want to say it's right around this time when he would have been fighting, Wilt Chamberlain. And by the way, that photo on the right is during the making of Conan the Destroyer.
Yes.
And I'm assuming Andre was just in Mexico City for a match. I don't know I don't remember him being in that film, but
I guess he had actually made friends with Schwarzenegger and then started going to stuff with him, and then obviously Princess Bride, we all know that, of course, but
that all right. If you got another twist, dude, I'm like,
okay, I'm ready. I'm gonna hold on to your socks because they're just about to be blown off. Ready?
Uh-oh.
Okay. So we're going to bring it to craft beer.
Yes,
Here is a picture from Sports Illustrated where the very famous one where his hand like dwarfs. We didn't we say that before about something where you were holding the can?
Yeah. and I'm guessing that's a Molson, but I don't know.
It is a Molson. It is a Molson. So we brought it back to craft beer. And of course, there's an eighth wonder brewery.
Yes.
It's a brewery and distillery. So in 1965, the doors of the Astrodome opened for the first time, dubbed the eighth wonder of the world. The first air-conditioned dome stadium coincided with Houston's launch into global spotlight. In 2013, inspired by Houston, the spirit of Houston, we began brewing beer a dome-like warehouse in East Downtown, exploring styles from across the beer world. We offer tasty something for everyone. So, yes. And this is in there. So they have Andre in there and everything. So Kevin actually showed me this to me.
I just happened to find Eighth Wonder Brewery, and I'm like, it's in Houston.
It's in Houston. It all comes around.
Michael found that photo, and Michael, my gosh, I didn't see that photo. That photo is amazing. Oh my god.
Yes,
dude. So we brought it all the way around, right?
I don't know how you do it, dude. Every time, dude, I'm always just like left putting the pieces together. I'm like, that crafty rapscallion did it again, dude.
I'm so happy I was able to assist on this one, though, Michael.
Yes, Kevin was a big assist. In fact, he would not let me let this debate go. Actually, well, let's before I give it another thing. So who is the eighth wonder of the world? Let's final debate. What is the eighth wonder of the world? Is it the Astrodome or Andre the Giant? Angelo.
Andre the Giant.
Okay. Cowboy Jack.
Andre sold a lot of tickets, dude, but over the years, the Astrodome outsold him. So, hey, it's all about the money and the miles, brother. And the Astrodome takes my vote for the eighth wonder of the world.
Oh.
Plus, it was an engineering feat, dude. An engineering feat.
Yes.
Andre just drank a lot of beer and
I wore this shirt.
bro.
I wore this shirt intentionally because I knew you were going to do this. But funny because I'm still just like, you know what? I mean, it's still just a magnificent creation that still stands to this day.
Yes.
I doubt anything's still going on there for decades. I wish something could go on there. You know, I did say I saw Andre the Giant as a young man. I was never young. Who am I kidding? But I'm going to go with the Astrodome.
Ooh.
Wow.
Ooh.
I'm going baseball. I didn't
see that one coming.
I didn't see that one coming either.
I go baseball first.
I saw Andre the Giant actually on a Piper's Pit at a TV taping in Arizona.
No way.
I did. It was taped, but it was not shown. It was like one of those extra ones that they did, but they didn't show it.
Oh.
And I've been to the Astrodome. Oh my gosh. And the Astrodome is still standing. I'm going to go with the Astrodome.
Wow.
Yes, it was the first. It was the first to market. And again, it's still helping people today.
Excuse me. Now, when did the Astrodome open, sir?
65.
Because we did ask, and someone else who was very upset.
Yes.
About us making this debate said, no, there's no way it's Andre. And barely Andre started wrestling in 66, but he would not have been billed as the eighth wonder of the world.
No, he was Andre Rusnov, right?
Yeah. Wasn't he like a lumberjack when he first started out?
And then he was the giant, what was his name in Montreal?
Jean Ferrer.
Jean Ferrer. They couldn't call him that in America because it sounds too much like fairy.
That's right, exactly.
They had to change it. Yeah, I'm just saying, it's true.
God bless wrestling.
That's right.
They speak a different language. We don't like them, dude.
Of course,
wrestling.
So to close this out on a wrestling theme, Kevin would not let me put this honorable mention of a possible second wave of the eighth wonder of the world. Kevin, do you want to tell us about this?
I'll explain this. So apparently there was a baby panda. There was something that happened to him in China, and because of whatever chemicals or whatever happened, like affected his body, and he got a case of gigantism. You can't tell in this picture, but I believe he's about like 10 foot tall, and he weighs like about 5 tons, something like that. And his name is Andreza, the giant panda.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yes.
This is a professional wrestler in a group called DDT in Japan. And
it has to be DDT.
Yes.
Okay.
Now,
all right. Makes sense.
He has 2 moves.
Yes.
The Andreza press and the speed of light headbutt. Let's go to the clip.
Oh, no.
Yes.
Look at the deadly accuracy of this right here.
Boom goes the dynamite, dude. Ollie's down, bro. Ollie's down.
Down goes Frazier.
There it is, dude. That's
all right.
Oh my gosh, that was wild.
That is this day in baseball history.